Techniques for time management. We'll go very straight to the point. So, as I told you, you will look at all these techniques and apply the one that suits you best. Time management technique number 1 is the Eisenhower matrix. Eisenhower. Eisen. It's not a Calabar name, so don't be happy. Eisenhower matrix. So this method prioritizes tasks based on urgency and importance. Okay? So this is a method that says you should classify all your tasks for each day into quadrants. And the factor to use in classifying them is urgency and importance. Urgency and what? Urgency and what? Importance. Okay? So this technique categorizes them into quadrants. So when you do that, it helps in focusing on tasks that align with long-term goals. So this one simply says, look at all your tasks for each day and classify them into groups based on urgency and importance. Now, the benefit of this is that it gives clear prioritization. When you classify them into quadrants, you will see it clearly. You will be seeing the quadrant on your screen shortly. Okay, now when you look at that quadrant, you will see that it's a very, very effective method. So, can you put up the quadrants on the screen? The Eisenhower matrix quadrants. Now, when you look at that quadrant, okay, let me wait for it to get on the screen. Do you have it? Okay, please. There are 2. So, just display it fully and boldly on the screen. This is not my work. Okay, this is Eisenhower. Okay. So I just got it like this. This is how he designed it. Okay. All right. So can you see that on your screen? Quadrant 1 there. Okay. I'm already in the second one. Okay, let's start with this. On your quadrant 1, this one always breaks down your schedule into 4 quadrants like this. This means that you have drafted out 10 things you want to achieve for today. Okay? List everything you want to achieve for the day. Then, pick up these templates and this is simply filling the gap. Now, from the upper region, you can see urgent and not urgent. Can you see that? Up here, urgent, this way, not urgent. Then on this way, you can see important and not important. So, let's say you are filling the first quadrant. This is quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. Hope you are with me. Please get this straight. This will change your life, I promise you. If you can get this well, you will stop wasting so much time. Now, that means when you are filling quadrant 1, what you are filling is anything that is urgent and important. Do you understand that? Urgent, important. Can you see that? I'm not seeing your screen, but I'm looking at my own screen. Urgent, quadrant 1, urgent, this way is important. So that means in quadrant 1, anything that is urgent and is important is what will be there. Then going to quadrant 2, you can see that what is at the top of quadrant 2 is not urgent. While what is by quadrant 2 is important. Quadrant 1 and 2 are Do you guys understand me at all? Your quadrant is this way. Here, everything this way is urgent. Everything this way is not urgent. Everything this way is important. Everything in the second column is not important. So when filling quadrant 1, it's only anything that is urgent and important. That's what will be there. So out of the 10 things you listed, you will feel what is urgent. For example, going to work. Is it urgent? Is it urgent? Is it important? You write it there. Calling your friend to tell her to try and see you tomorrow. Is it urgent? Is it urgent? It's not urgent. But is it important? So, you will put it in not urgent, but important. Then you go to quadrant 3. What you will feel there is urgent, but not important. Urgent, but not important. For example, I need to pack up some of the things in the backyard and throw out. That is not urgent. And if you look at it critically, that's not very important. Of course, for anything to be on your to-do list, it is important. So maybe what we should say is very important or not. If something is not important, you won't be doing it to start with. But some things are not very important. For example, there is a way it can be, I need to clean up the pictures in the house. That's not very important right now. Do you understand that? So, if you can see, then you go to quadrant 4. You go to quadrant 4. What you are going to feel there is not urgent and not important. You see that in quadrant 3, some things are urgent, though they are not important, but they are urgent. You have four quadrants. Okay. Now, what this simply means is the things in urgent and important, you do them. Can you move to the second image? Put up the second image. Good. Can you see that? So, quadrant 1, you do because it is urgent and important. That means you do it immediately. Are we here at all? It is urgent and it is important. That's what you do now. That means the tasks that you start with in any day are those in quadrant 1. While the ones in quadrant 2, they are not urgent, but they are important. You schedule them. Scheduling them means you write, okay, I will do this by 3 o'clock, I will do this by 2 o'clock, I will do this at so and so time. You schedule those ones, right? While quadrant 3, you delegate. These are things that are urgent, but they are not important. This means that you must not be the one to do them. We are talking about ways of managing your time. These are things that even without your attention, it can be done. You can give a staff, you can give a subordinate, you can call someone, please help me do so and so. Even a child, you can call a child to do it. Like, I had one of the tasks on my to-do list today. I looked at it and I classified it under urgent but not important. It fell into quadrant 3. It was a design. I needed to do a design for something. All I simply did was I called my daughter and said, do this design quickly for me. You see, I delegated it. So she quickly went to her computer, did the graphics, did the design, and all I did was come and supervise it and say, okay, fine, change this to this, change this to this. And that was all. You see, I delegated. It was on my to-do list, but I had looked at all the 10 things or so I needed to achieve for the day. If somebody can help me do it, why not? So, that's how you delegate quadrant 3. One of the things on quadrant 4, which is not urgent, not important, eliminate them. Those are things that must not be done today. Those are things that they are not urgent and they are not even very important. You choose to do such things in your free time. So the best thing to do about quadrant 4 is elimination. Or you bring them back when you must have finished everything for the day. And if peradventure you are not able to finish quadrant 1, quadrant 2, and quadrant 3, quadrant 4 is eliminated. I want to believe you understand that.